Jameis Winston is a weird, interesting story within the NFL because I don't really know how to explain Jameis Winston to people. He is undoubtedly a talented quarterback, a guy that can play in the NFL, a guy that has shown his strengths in the NFL, but has shown many weaknesses on and off the field. And today, I'm going to look at how 2019 is Jameis Winston's last opportunity at redemption. So to understand why 2019 will be Jameis Winston's last opportunity at redemption, we have to talk about how we got here. So, Jameis Winston was drafted number 1 overall by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2015. Tampa Bay just saw the talent. They saw that he won a national championship and won a Heisman with Florida State. They didn't really care about the off-field issues, particularly the sexual misconduct and, the crab legs incident, and some even more harsher allegations. They didn't really care about the off-the-field stuff. They thought, he was immature, he was just young, we can fix him and mold him to be the franchise quarterback of the Buccaneers. And if you just look at his rookie year stats, you could see that this guy had some potential. 312 completions on 535 attempts at 58.3 completion percentage, 4,042 passing yards, and 22 passing touchdowns to go along with 6 rushing touchdowns. Now, he also had 15 interceptions and 3 fumbles, so he was kind of sloppy with the football. What I saw in his rookie year was that he had those big flashes. He was able to make big plays, create some separation in order to get play action to work, or he can run with his legs. He could do stuff on the field. But I also saw some really bad decision making. That's why the 15 interceptions are there, and he had 3 fumbles. He's never been able to be good at holding the football. He has 15 career fumbles. But the thing for me was that I saw a little bit of potential. I saw, this is a Rookie of the Year candidate. This is the guy that won the Rookie of the Year. And he could definitely run with the football. He could definitely throw far. He's got targets. Mike Evans is on his team. You have to be positive after the rookie year. And in 2016, he put up some pretty good stats once again. 345 completions on 567 attempts, 60.8 completion percentage, 4,090 passing yards, and 28 touchdowns. Now, there were even more negatives to see out of 2016, predominantly that he had 18 interceptions and 4 fumbles. Yeah, not very good. But the Buccaneers finished 9-7. They had a winning record, and their defense was improving. So it looked like Tampa Bay was starting to go somewhere after 2016. They felt positive about this. But 2017, it started to kind of go downhill. Jameis Winston got hurt, so he missed 3 games, but he put up more poor stats, and it really showed. 282 completions on 442 attempts, 63.8 completion percentage, 3,504 yards, 19 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, and again, 4 more fumbles. When he got injured for those 3 games, it really showed that the Buccaneers offense was just not the same. They couldn't flow together, but Jameis Winston wasn't putting up incredible stats in those 13 games either. He was kind of just playing as a quarterback that needed to game manage, and he wasn't really being the athletic Jameis that we saw in Florida State. He was making more bad decisions, and it kind of just showed that he wasn't ready to be the top-tier quarterback. And then we had the groping incident, which many people cited as a reason to kick him off the team completely, because he wasn't really backing it up on the field either. And now with all the stuff that has gone on in his past, and with this stuff still happening in the NFL off the field, it felt like many people wanted Jameis Winston to go. He was suspended for the first 3 games of the season. Ryan Fitzpatrick came in and played pretty well. He put up some really great numbers. But Jameis Winston came back in week 4, played a little bit, played terribly, mind you. He put up some really bad stinkers. He had 4 interceptions against the Bengals. He had some really poor games in 2018. And it was so bad that they had to put Jameis Winston on the bench. And Ryan Fitzpatrick came out to start a game. It was absolutely ridiculous. When you get benched for Ryan Fitzpatrick in this day and age, that's depressing. Jameis Winston's 2018 stats were 244 completions and 378 attempts for a 64.6 completion percentage, 2,992 yards, 19 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, and of course, 4 more fumbles. So, Jameis Winston's stats went absolutely down in 2018. He only started 9 games and played in 11, but just on those stats alone, it really isn't backing up the number 1 overall pick. But I am going to show you some of my favorite Jameis Winston moments as well as my favorite Jameis Winston lowlights to further explain why Jameis Winston could be a good quarterback in this league and also why he really needs to fix on some of his game. All right, so we have this play against the New York Giants. They're down 20-12 with 9:35 left. It's 3rd and goal. They need to score a touchdown. Let's see what Jameis Winston does. So he's looking across the field. Can't find anybody open. They're playing good coverage. Boom, I'm going to run with the football and a perfect dive into the end zone. This is the kind of athleticism that a lot of people talked about with Jameis Winston when he was drafted number 1 overall. They wanted to see these kind of great plays. You remember that play against Oklahoma State where he jumped over his own lineman? Those are the kind of plays that we wanted to see in Tampa Bay because his athleticism really showed. And this play is a perfect example of that. He made a great read. 3rd and goal. I can't find anybody open. I have to score a touchdown. Boom, I'll use my legs and put in the effort to dive. That's a great play right there. All right, second of the 3 highlights I'm going to look at here. It's against the Chicago Bears. They're up by 7. It's 3rd and 10 at their own field. It's not a great position here. They would have to punt it. The Bears could score, tie this ball game up. But let's see what Jameis Winston is able to do here. So we have Jameis Winston. He's looking. Oh, gosh, there's a bunch of people running at him. There's a bunch of people right here. Look at the situation that he's in. All of his offensive linemen are staring at him. Nobody is blocking these 3 gentlemen, and they are absolutely trying to rush Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston is also 1 yard away from being sacked in the end zone for a safety. But watch what Jameis does. Boom. I'm going to run, use my speed. Okay, gets a block. Ooh, makes a cut right here. Boom, I'm going to sling this one out to the pocket. Boom, nice throw to Mike Evans. Now, I've seen Jameis Winston throw this kind of throw and it be intercepted. It is not a very safe-looking throw. It's a very dangerous pass. But he realizes he's got to make a play. He is not trying to get sacked in the end zone for a safety. So he runs out there, and look at the angle on this pass. Boom. Absolutely beautiful throw. Last highlight I'll show you here is a pretty easy throw, I guess, by NFL QB standards. But this is the kind of throw I want to see Jameis make more. I want to see more of this decision-making versus the interception decision-making. Look at this throw to Mike Evans. Perfect throw. This throw is designed to get Patrick Peterson off his guard. Patrick Peterson's one of the best corners in the entire NFL, but the throw is for him not to touch this football whatsoever. So he throws it to Mike Evans' outside shoulder, makes sure that he makes the correct turn in order to catch this in the end zone, and it turns out to be a pretty good touchdown. Just look at that throw. I want to see more of this from Jameis. Now, I can't bring up Jameis Winston without talking about his interceptions, his fumbles, his bad plays. The reason we're even talking about him is because of his missteps, for God's sakes. 58 total interceptions, 15 fumbles. His record as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer is 21-33. I kind of wonder why when you throw these really bad turnovers in the worst situations imaginable. Some of these are just downright awful. I'm going to highlight 4 of my least favorite interceptions in terms of really bad plays by Jameis Winston. And I want you to realize that this isn't like a one-game scenario or he does this, every once in a while. This happens quite often. These bad plays, these bad decisions are made by Jameis almost every single game. And I need to highlight what I consider some of the worst. All right, so we got to play here against the Minnesota Vikings. Let's see how this goes. All right, boom, stop the play right here. You got Mike Evans already guarded by a linebacker. Number 80 right here is a little bit more open. He's running almost the exact same route as Mike Evans, but this linebacker hasn't committed to him. So let's fast forward it a little bit. Let's see what we got. Look at this. Look at this throw. He is forcing this into Mike Evans. There are 5 Vikings in the vicinity. If you don't even want to take into the account that this linebacker is coming because of that throw, you still have 3 people on 1 against Mike Evans. There's no way Mike Evans is catching this ball. He was looking at Mike Evans all the way, and every single person on that side of the field saw that and just decided, okay, let's go guard him, and this turns into an easy interception for Harrison Smith. All right, so here's this throw against the Atlanta Falcons. You're in a goal line situation. You need to score points. You need to get a touchdown. They're down in this game. Let's see what Jameis Winston cooks up here. So, Jameis Winston gets the snap. He's looking, not too much pressure, and boom. He throws a terrible pass in the middle of the field. This linebacker is all over the receiver. There is no way this receiver is catching it. Jameis, I think, should have ran it. He could have ran for a touchdown, in my opinion, on this one. Or thrown it to the guy on the left at about the 3 or 4 yard line. But no, he forces it right where the linebackers are at. Jump ball, and the Falcons get it. So my third interception highlight comes against the Saints. Yes, another divisional opponent here. You're down by 1 point. If you score a field goal, you take the lead. It's 3rd and 14, so it's most likely that you're going to score a field goal here. So Jameis Winston. Oh, there's pressure. Oh, he gets sacked. Oh, no. It's fine. Oh, my God. Look at this. His feet are off the ground right now. In this throw, his feet are off the ground. He needs to throw this ball away. There are Saints in his face. There is no good coming out of whatever throw Jameis Winston is about to make. Because if he throws it in the middle of the field, unless that there is a wide open target for some weird reason, it's going to be intercepted. Look at what Jameis does. Look at this. Look at how many Saints players there are. There are 4 Saints players and 1 Buccaneer. Are you trying to force it up to Mike Evans again? You're putting him in the worst situations imaginable. No way this isn't getting intercepted. It does, and the Buccaneers, don't score. All right, so one more interception low light for you guys. This is against the Colts. They're down by 13 with about 2.5 minutes left. They need to score a touchdown quickly in order to have a chance to win this game. Now look at all the Colts at the 30-yard line. I want you to pay attention to that. Jameis Winston looks, and what is this throw? Who is he throwing to? I do not understand. Look at all the Colts in the vicinity of this play. Remarkable. It's 1st and 10. It's not like a 4th down situation here where you're just trying to chuck it up in order to get this first down. You need it in order to survive. No, it's 1st and 10. Throw to your running back. Throw something short. Throw something that has a little bit more substance. Instead, I guess he overthrows his receiver maybe on this route. I do not understand this throw at all, and it clearly gets intercepted and ices the game. So in conclusion, 2019 is Jameis Winston's last opportunity at redemption. He needs this more than anything else. When a great player puts up great stats on the field but has a little bit of off-field issues, they'll try to move forward. They'll try to push it back. They'll try to make sure that the player is doing what's right on the field and then make sure that the off-the-field stuff gets pushed to the wayside. But with Jameis Winston, he's had off-the-field issues and hasn't put up a lot of great numbers. As I said before, 58 total interceptions, 15 fumbles. That's worse than Eli Manning in the last 4 seasons. Yeah, the guy we rank as the worst quarterback in the NFL, he has worse stats than him. And he's played 7 fewer games than Eli Manning. So, yeah, not very good. Now, the saving grace is that Bruce Arians is the new head coach of the Buccaneers. Dirk Cutter is out. Bruce Arians is in. He is the quarterback whisperer. He's helped guys like Peyton Manning. Yeah, you ever heard of him? Ben Roethlisberger, Andrew Luck, and he helped give Carson Palmer a couple of NFC Championship game appearances and rejuvenate his career in the process. So if there's one guy that needs Bruce Arians to be his head coach, it's Jameis Winston. He needs that resurgence. He needs to prove that he is the number 1 overall draft pick, that he was worth a number 1 overall draft pick, because after the season, you're going to have to pay this guy. Do you really want to pay him in this circumstance where he's at right now? For me, absolutely not. But with one good year under Bruce Arians, you might be able to do something. Because if you can't be helped by Bruce Arians, I don't know who you can be helped by. So, Jameis Winston, you got one last chance. You got a great head coach. I know it's not a great roster that you have here, but you have to prove something to this team in order to be the number 1 draft pick and prove that you're worth it. So that's going to do it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, smash the like button. Comment below. What do you think about Jameis Winston? Is this his last year? Is he going to be able to get that opportunity? Is he going to be able to stay, even if their team is not that good? What do you think about Jameis Winston? And tell me how you think about the video, because I do like making this kind of content. I made it with Keenan Allen last week. I got it here with Jameis. I got an Amari Cooper video coming out next week, styled in this kind of format. So I hope you guys are enjoying this format. And subscribe to The Bottom Line View for more great NFL content. We got those team previews for the next couple of days, so you don't want to miss out on those. For doing The Bottom Line View, peace out.